Well done. Now let's still come the part of the show where Dec and I go head-to-head in a weekly challenge to see who's crowned champion at the end of the series. Dec is already 3-0 up, but to be fair, he's been very gracious about it.
I have been gracious about it, because the last thing Ant needs is me bragging about the fact I've won all 3 challenges, and so easily as well. And you don't need me saying that we've never had such a one-sided contest, and that I won both the previous series, and actually, in many people's minds, I am...
Simply the best! All right. Thank you. I think it's time for me to regain some pride in this week's...
Ant versus Dec. This time, it's personal.
Yes, this week's challenge was to learn how to be weathermen. Weathermen! Find out how we got on right after this break. Over to you, Christian.
Still to come tonight, there's something Michael Fishy going on in Ant versus Dec. Stephen Mulhern tries not to throw his toys out of the pram in this week's Grab the Ads. Go Stevie! And we've got an exclusive performance from Gwen Stefani in a few minutes.
Takeaway and Ant versus Dec. Now, this week's challenge is to write and present a live weather forecast. Here's how the boys got on in training.
Wonder what the forecast is for this weekend.
I'll tell you, you're getting beat. That's what the forecast is. This is my kind of challenge.
Touchy? Bit touchy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ant. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to the Metalfish College.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I love the weather. I do. People think it's quite a geeky thing to like, but I love it.
Hi, Martin. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. Very good.
Everywhere you go, you always take the weather.
The great news is that forecasting the weather is really, really easy. The only problem is that it only becomes easy after the first 4 or 5 years. So, the aim of this session, if you like, is to give you confidence in what you're saying. We're going to do a forecast that goes from tonight into tomorrow.
And I get a badge as well.
You get a badge.
Feel like one of the gang already.
Lovely.
Now, I don't care what the weather
Just select a symbol from here and click on it.
says it's raining. You never hear me complaining.
I'm trying to kind of just write down the important bits of each page.
It's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
We don't try and learn a script.
It just seems everything leads to rain.
So we're going to move in front of the screen and the camera, and basically you're just going to do what you've done sitting down, standing up. You happy?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, cue Dec.
And good evening.
Good evening. It's, what do I start with again?
I just like the fact that it changes when I go like that, and I get really excited.
Those snow patches will make way for as early as...
Let's start again. Let's start again.
The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray!
I'm going to be on telly in 5 minutes doing the weather. Ridiculous.
OK, we've got a bit of an apprentice on the weather.
This is the hardest challenge we've ever done. It's the most nerve-wracking.
It's been a bit cold, though, hasn't it, Dec?
I'm glad you asked me that, Andrew. It is very cold out there, isn't it? Clear skies over Britain last night, a full moon. Aroo! If you're planning on going out over the weekend, which I'm sure most of you are. There it is! There's your weekend outlook. Have a great weekend. Here's your summary.
And a little bit later on, we might have a little go at Ant.
It's really hard, Ant. It's really tough.
It's going to be nice round about this part here, around Newcastle, particularly at one house, because it's my mum's birthday. Happy birthday, Mum!
Birthday. It's done me.
That's you ever, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a quick summary.
They're both really good, and I think a little bit more detail. I think Dec's moves were a bit better.
the jumpers, first of all.
Thank you.
Very nice indeed. Are you ready for this?
We're more than ready, actually. We've had our Met Office summary this morning. We had exactly the same summary, so we've had an hour to prepare and work out what we're going to say.
It's really difficult. We've got 1 minute to fill. We can't go any longer. We can't go any shorter because we just have to fill the time.
Right.
If we're not finished in a minute, they're going to bang in the graphics. And we have no prompt in the studio. We have no auto cue, so we can switch that off now. We don't have anything. It's all in the air. I hope.
Well, we hope. Now it's time to welcome our panel of expert weather presenters. ITV Weather's Sian Lloyd, former TVAM weather girl Ulrika Johnson, and weather legend Don Ketley. Welcome to all of you. Now you're nervous, aren't you? Well, the panel have been given the same weather summary as the boys and will be marking on both accuracy of forecast and overall style as well. And you go and get yourself ready.
Okay.
Dec, you stay where you
Yeah,
are.
I will do.
Yeah. And now, it's time for a look at the weekend weather with Ant McPartlin.
The weather, sponsored by the Royal Bank of Ghana.
Hi there, a bit of a mixed bag weather-wise. Some good weather, some bad weather over the weekend, but the best weather is reserved for the northeast, and that's good if you're running in the Great North Run. We can see crisp, misty start, turning brighter and staying dry. Let's take a look at the weather tonight. We can see we've got lots of fog and mist up there in the north. Down south, we can see that it's going to be pretty rainy, quite cool up here in Scotland. 3 degrees Celsius, that's only 37 degrees Fahrenheit. But it is milder down south. Temperatures are going to be 10 degrees Celsius over there in Ireland. 8 degrees, and it's going to be pretty wet. Let's take a look at tomorrow morning. We can see that fog will lift, the mist will lift, the fog will lift as well, and we're going to have nice sunny spells down the east coast. Lots of rain over the west coast and Northern Ireland. Down in the south, much the same story, really. Lots of sun over on the east coast, but lots of rain over here on the west. Monday morning, start of the working week. It's not looking good. Sunny in the north, wet down there. That's your weather. I'll see you next time.